is Taylor, and today I'm going to kind of talk about a big project that I have going on. So I'm getting married in March. It's currently December, and I've decided I wanted to crochet all of my wedding flowers. Besides like my bouquet and the bridesmaids bouquets, all the other florals will be crocheted. So I have some of them done, definitely not as many as I should have done, but I'm going to kind of walk you through what flowers I'm doing, kind of how many I need, how many I have, that sort of thing. So I made like a giant Excel file for how I'm breaking them down. So like this table gets these flowers and these colors, that sort of thing. Because I have like some specific colors that we're sticking to for our palette, I guess. So I guess first off, I'll have lavender. Let's see if it'll... So I'll have a bunch of lavender. These are kind of going to be like fillers in the bouquet. There's going to be like 3 of these per centerpiece. These are very easy to make, so I'm not quite worried about these yet. And then I have a rose. Okay, whatever, pretend to focus. So I'll have a rose. Each bouquet, I think each bouquet will get one of these. Yeah, each bouquet gets one of these, just different colors. So here's that. This got a little messed up from the box I've been storing it in, but this is like a forget-me-not. So it has a bunch of little tiny flowers. Just a bunch of little tiny flowers, all kind of put together on one flower. I think each bouquet centerpiece will also get one of these. And then I have these lilies. When I first made this one, I didn't put any floral wire in the petals, so it's kind of wonky. I didn't think it would be this wonky. So all the rest will have floral wire, but basically it'll kind of look like this. Like a lily. Think like Tangled, if you've seen that movie, that sort of vibe. And then once these have wire in them, they'll actually sit the way they should. And then I have sunflowers. I had to redo the leaves because they were way too big, so none of them are actually assembled yet. But sunflowers like this. And then the last one are tulips. I can't find the assembled tulip that I have somewhere, so I'm just going to show you all the petals. So it's basically 3 small petals. Give me a sec, let me put them together. But roughly it's like this. There are 3 larger petals on the outside and then 3 smaller ones on the inside. It'll kind of look like tulip shaped when it's put together, and then long leaf for that. So each bouquet will have these flowers, just kind of in different ratios and different colors. So I have a whole spreadsheet made for how many sunflowers I need, how many roses I need, which color roses, that sort of thing. Currently all of my sunflowers are made, they're just not assembled yet. And I'm just trying to like grind through making all the petals and leaves and stuff because my fiance can help me assemble them because that's the easier part. So all the sunflowers are done, just need to be assembled. All of my pink tulips are made, just need to be assembled. And then I am almost done with all of my blue tulips. I think I need like 2 more large petals, something like that. And so I'm just kind of working like flower type by flower type. So I have 2 other tulip colors to make. Then I'll kind of move into the rose, and then the lily, the forget-me-not, that sort of thing. I'm kind of worried about the roses because those have several big petals that are going to kind of take a little while to put together. But the lavender, the lily, and the forget-me-not are really fast because they're not very big. So I kind of want to finish all of the tulip and then go straight into the rose and try and knock all of those out. Let me find all the yarn that I have so I can show you like the colors that we're working with, and not every flower will have every one of the color options, because that got a little crazy for me. So there are some flowers that only have these 4 color options. So that was also part of me making the spreadsheet, was to figure out, so each bouquet, each centerpiece would have all of the colors that I need, but not have every table have a pink rose, you know, like some variety. And this was just a really good way for me to track what I need where. Okay, so I have all of my colors now. We have just white, and the white will be used for nothing apparent. Oh, no, found, okay. The white will be used for the roses, the lilies, and the forget-me-nots. And then I have this blue, and the blue will be used for the tulips, the lilies, and the forget-me-nots. I've got this orange color that will be used for tulips, rose, lily, and forget-me-not. This yellow, that was just used for sunflowers. This corally color, which is the tulip, rose, lily, and forget-me-not. And then I've got this pink, which is again the tulip, the rose, and the forget-me-not. And then purple, which is exclusively for the lavender. So the forget-me-not is the only flower that will have all of those colors besides the yellow and the purple. And then the lily, the rose, and the tulip, they have 4 of the 5. Yeah, and so yeah, I thought this could be a cool video series, and just kind of wanted to take you along with me on the journey of making all of these. Today is December 8th, and I get married March 16th, so there's not a ton of time left, but I'm still feeling okay. I think I'll be able to get everything done. We just might be kind of in a crazy dash to assemble them at the end. So now that you kind of know what's happening, what the plan is, I'm just going to get started finishing all the tulips and then see how far we get today. Hello again. Last night I made a couple of petals, and then my wrist really started killing me, hence the brace that I usually wear. But like, it was just killing me, so I decided, done crocheting for the day. I only need to make 3 more large petals for my blue tulips, so I'm going to try and crank those out now. And then I'm going to make a bunch of leaves for the tulips. I need 4 of them for the blue, so let's get at it. I have my 12 large petals, and then I have 12 small petals. So each tulip gets 3 large and 3 small, and I need 4 blue ones total. So that's where 12 is coming from. So now that all of the petals are done, I need to make the leaves, and then I consider that fully done. If I don't like check it off my spreadsheet when I have the leaves, I'm gonna forget about making all the leaves, and then they won't be complete actually. So once I make 4 leaves, then these are for sure crossed off. Blue tulips are done. So now I have all 4 of my leaves done. So yeah, blue tulips are done. So this is very good. I'm definitely making some headway, which is nice. My hands are gonna get a little sore, which is unfortunate, so I might call it here. Yeah, and then tomorrow I might pick up with the next color tulip that I need, and then kind of just grind out these tulips. I only need 2 more colors, so I'll need 12 of each size petal for those 2 colors. So I still need 24 small ones, 24 large ones, and then 8 leaves. But yeah, we're getting it done, we're getting there, so any progress is progress. So today, tonight actually, I guess, because it's nighttime at this point, I want to make more of the tulips, I think. I'm a little worried about the roses, so I kind of want to make some of those, but I also really don't want to make those because they take so long. So I think I might just do tulips. It's safer. But yeah, I'm getting a late start. It's been a long day, but it'll be good. So yeah, I actually was on volunteer time off today from work, which was cool because I baked like upwards of 100 scones for a charity bake sale. I haven't done a final count yet, but there's probably over 100. So I've been doing that all day, which was very fun. I'm glad I was able to do that. And yeah, so it's 6:15. I'm gonna start crocheting now and kind of see what I can get done tonight. All of my small petals are now complete for the orange tulip. So that's very exciting. Now I just need 12 large petals and then 4 leaves, and then orange tulips are done. So working up pretty quick. Hello, I am back with an update. I have finished all of my orange tulip petals. So I have the small petals, the large petals, and then 4 leaves. Apparently I forgot how to count or something, and I made like 3 extra small petals, and then not enough large petals. So after I did inventory, I re-evaluated and made some more petals that I was missing. So as far as tulip goes, all I have left to do are, the only flowers I have left to make are the coral flowers, which this color, and then I only have to make 3 of those. So all the other tulips had 4, this will only have 3. So yeah, let's get that going. Hello. I need to double check with the giant spreadsheet I have, but I think I'm done with the coral tulip petals. I have 9 big ones, and I think that's what I needed because I only needed 3 coral tulips. So there's 9 big ones, and then let's see, 3, 6, yep, 9 small ones. So do a little confirmation check, but if that's it, I mean, that was really fast. Like, I expected that to take a lot longer than it did, so that's pretty nice. Yep, that's all I needed. Yay! So, I mean, I still have to do the leaves for those, which is fine. Those are really easy. But yeah, it's coming along. I can't believe like all the tulips are about done. That's crazy to me. Wow. Isn't it crazy what you can do when you just sit down and do something? I'm gonna start making the leaves. Dude, one of my cats is obsessed with like paper, cardboard, plastic, all the things, and she'll always bite like the yarn wrapping label things. Like, look how mangled this thing is. She has ruined my yarn sleeve things. I mean, it's not like I really need it. Like, it's nice to have the color, but it's okay. I let her chomp because I love her. Yeah, so for reference, today is December 19th. I get married in December. 3 months, which is kind of insane. I don't like putting it that way because that makes it seem like it's really close, and I know it is, but
I don't want to assign days to it yet because that scares me and I feel like I have a lot to do still. Finishing all the tulips feels good, and like that makes me really happy. I'm glad those are done, but I feel like I also have so much left to still make. Like, maybe I was a little too ambitious. But see, I actually don't think that was the thing. I don't think I was too ambitious. I think what happened is that I started making all the flowers, or some of the flowers, because I kind of piloted like, okay, these are some patterns that I like and then I think will look good together. Made them, made sure it was like something that one, I could make and make well, and two, like something that actually like looks good. And so I kind of piloted a bunch of different flowers and patterns and stuff. And so after that I was like, yeah, like this is what I want to do, these are the colors I have. And then I just stopped. Like probably for a couple months I was just like, no, I don't really want to crochet flowers, I don't really want to do that right now. And I don't know if it's because I was like, wow, this is a big task I've put on myself and I'm so anxious and stressed about it that I'm just not going to do it, or what happened. But so yeah, I don't think I was too ambitious. I think I just didn't do it. And so that's why now, 3 months out, I'm not scrambling, but I'm definitely grinding a lot harder than I probably would have had to if I would have just sat down and done it. Anyway, lessons learned, I guess. But I've been watching like a ton of crochet vlogs and stuff recently, and I'm like, I want to do anything but my flowers. I want to make sweaters, and I want to make these cute things. Like, I don't want to do this, but like I want to do this, and like I need to do it, and I think it'll be incredible at my wedding. But, like, I don't want to do this. I want to do something fun. So that's just where my brain is at. It's telling me a lot of things. It's giving me a lot of mixed signals, which is very confusing. But all of next week I'm going to be out of town to see some family for Christmas, so I'm hoping I can do a ton of flower crocheting then. And then I also got a new job, which is incredibly exciting because I'm ready for something new, and that starts on January 6th. So I'll have a week after Christmas before job starts to kind of just hang out, reset, you know, and I'm going to try and get a bunch of flowers done. I don't know how much a bunch is, but I'm going to try and do a bunch because I think that would help out quite a bit. And then I wouldn't be as stressed about it because I have to assemble all of these as well. Like, making the petals is step one. Then I gotta put them all together, and putting them together is honestly so much harder than making them. Like with the hot glue and stuff, like you want to make it look good, but it's really hard to do that, and you burn yourself constantly. So yeah, but I do have my fiance that will be helping me put them together. So he's been very much like, okay, you just make the flowers, I'll put them together. So that's really nice. It's not just me solo. So love him for that. Also, I found the assembled tulip at the bottom of my like wedding bin that I have. A little scrunched up, it's fine. I should probably take better care of the ones that I have assembled, but it's fine. So I'll show you that as well, so you can kind of get the big picture. Like, it's hard to tell what these are gonna be, you know. So I will show you that. Probably when I'm done with all these leaves, so I can just kind of get these out of the way, call it a day, cross it off my little spreadsheet, which is very exciting. It's very rewarding, you know? It's like, it's different making all of it and being like, yeah, like I made all of it, but to be able to check off, like, I've made 1 so far, I've made 2, I made 3, like, seeing it go down to 0 that I need to make, it's very fulfilling. It's a very good feeling. It gives me the serotonins that I need to continue with this. But yeah, back to crochet vlogs. So I started watching a bunch of Mrs. Moon in Heaven vlogs. I love her. I think she's so fun and she's super talented. Like, all the stuff she does, I'm like, I wish I could do that. And I definitely think that there are kind of 2 different camps of crocheters, at least that I've kind of experienced. And there's like the people that make wearables, like clothing and stuff like that. And then there's people that make, like, I guess mostly like amigurumi, but also kind of everything else. And I feel like I've kind of been an amigurumi crocheter since I started. Like my very first project, I guess maybe not my very first, but one of my very first projects was a little crochet monkey for my now fiance back when we were just dating. And I made him that and a little red panda. And so I've just kind of been an amigurumi person the whole time since that's like what I started with. I did make a bunch of like little crochet crop top sort of things when I first started. But I've mostly been in like the amigurumi camp. And I want to branch out more into like clothing. I've tried to kind of make my own stuff. Like not necessarily with a pattern, or just like watch a video and be like, yeah, okay, like that makes sense, that works. But I'm not very good at making clothing. So that's a slight hiccup in my plan. So watching all of the vlogs and stuff, especially with Mrs. Moon in Heaven, because she does a lot of like wearable stuff, I actually bought some of her patterns and I really, really want to make them. But I'm a little tied up with this project at the moment, and I think I need to dedicate most of my time and energy to this one. But like I want to make a sweater so bad. Like I want to make a nice sweater. I've been wanting to make a nice sweater since I started crocheting, and I've not done that. I have not made a sweater ever. Well, no, that's a lie. I made a sweater for my brother. I knitted him a sweater for Christmas, and I put his initial on it, like the Harry Potter sweater, you know? So I made that, and because I'm not very good at making clothes, it was a little small. Like you can't really wear it that well. So I want to make a sweater, but also, more importantly, a sweater that fits and that I can like actually wear. So that's kind of my goal. I would love to be able to do that. And I think I just need to practice it more and kind of buckle down, I guess. Maybe not try and freehand so much or that sort of thing. But yeah, so I've been watching a lot of those while crocheting, and that kind of inspired me to like want to vlog myself and make YouTube videos and stuff, because like I have an Instagram. That was the first thing I did when I decided that I wanted to try and pursue like fiber arts as some sort of career / income. And so like I made my Instagram, made my TikTok, but I had like considered YouTube, but I hadn't really pulled the trigger on it, you know? But then I was watching all these vlogs and I was like, that just looks so fun. Like I kind of talk to myself anyway. My brain is never silent, it's always talking. But I mean, this way I can talk to you. And it feels different. It doesn't feel quite as weird, I guess. But yeah, so she kind of inspired me to actually like start trying to get this thing going. And so yeah, just like watching her videos, because I went home from work early one day, just mental health day. I was not there mentally. And so I came home and just started watching crochet vlogs, and I was like, that's what I want to do. Like that, I don't want to work a 9 to 5 anymore. I want to do this. And obviously it's going to take a lot to get to that. So that's why we're here. That's why we're starting. We're doing baby steps. So that's kind of the goal at the moment. We'll see what happens. We'll see if that's ever becoming a reality. But yeah, so that kind of, I guess, is the reason I'm here, and yeah, what I'm hoping to accomplish. And I think it's also, it's like a good time for it, because I'm making flowers for my wedding. Like I feel like that's like a cool content, a cool series I could do. So it's kind of perfect timing, and I might as well like try and record it and do all of that stuff with it, because I'm only doing this once. Like I'm not gonna ever do this again, so I might as well try and like really make the most of it, you know? So I think my first Instagram reel actually was me like unbagging all the yarn I bought for these flowers, because I bought a shit ton of yarn. Like I bought so much yarn, the Joann's people gave it to me like in a trash bag because there was so much of it. And I think that first video was just like me dumping it out or whatever, but I was I said somewhere in the caption, I was like, I'm gonna make a series or whatever. Have not done anything since. Have not touched it, have not created a series. Like, I posted pictures of the flowers and stuff, but I haven't been like, episode 2 of crocheting my flowers. So if any of you guys saw that, so sorry. That's on me, that's my bad. But here we are, so we're doing it now. Yeah, I was also kind of intimidated thinking about like making vlogs and like doing that sort of thing, because I'm not the most extroverted person. I usually feel more comfortable behind a camera than in front of it. So it was definitely a little bit of an adjustment. Definitely like a little nerve-wracking. I'm like, what if my voice sounds weird? What if I don't know how to do it? Like all of those things. And then I just told myself, I was like, well, you just need to do it. Because the only way you're gonna learn is by doing it and seeing what works, trial and error, like all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, I was pretty nervous, and I was also like, what am I gonna talk about? Like, I don't know, like, what am I gonna do? But, I mean, I love a good yap session, so I guess if I don't have a topic, I'll make one, or I won't talk, and I'll put some nice lo-fi music in the background. Also, do you like my yarn storage? Pretty nice, right? I wish that was the only storage, but I have yarn all over the apartment. It's my signature, actually. My signature is just leaving a trail of yarn wherever I go. But yeah, so we have all of this. I guess not all of it, most of the cubbies have yarn, but there are some that don't have yarn. Okay, it's not a problem. And then I have about 4 balls of yarn on the couch, a project I'm frogging, and a ball of yarn that I've been trying to wind, but it got super duper tangled, because I'm also not always the best at like winding them into cakes when I get them, or like after I've used them for a while and there's not a ton left. I'm really good at just leaving it there to get tangled. So all of that is on the couch at the moment. I also have like my wedding containers over here, like my big plastic tub of wedding stuff, and then there's another plastic tub on top of that with more yarn. Most of that yarn in there is for a project, for a gift for my brother that I started. Didn't go well, so I frogged the whole thing, and so now the yarn is just sitting in there, but it is caked, so at least it won't get tangled. And then there's like a little basket of some projects that I did to see like if there were things I'd want to sell at markets, that sort of thing. And then I have like this big hope chest that my dad made, and that thing is full of yarn. And then I have like a couple bags here and there. So the moral of the story is I have yarn everywhere, kind of my thing. I mean, one day I'll probably go through a lot of it, and having a YouTube channel will probably help, because I have a lot of ideas for things that I want to do, but I feel like I need to grind out these flowers, and then I can kind of move on to that sort of fun stuff. But I'm sure I'll use up a lot of it for like that and for videos, you know. My fiance is a trooper for allowing me to leave my yarn everywhere. It's very sweet of him, especially when it takes up half the couch, so it's hard to sit on it together because there's so much stuff. But that's okay. He knows what he's marrying, it's fine. I also have 2 loaves of sourdough that are resting in between their stretch and folds. So if you hear a timer, sorry about that, that's my stretch and fold timer. But yeah, I've got those going, which is very exciting. I love making bread. Like, it's so therapeutic, so satisfying. I think it's a ton of fun. And I also have like an Instagram and TikTok for that, because I would also like to try and pursue that as a career / form of income. So trying to get that up off the ground. But yeah, those loaves are for my friend. He ordered 2, which was very sweet. He actually was my first sale. I've made like a lot of bread, like I've been making it for a while. I just haven't really like sold it. I've just been kind of like, oh hey, I was in the mood to make 4 loaves of bread. Like here's one for free, because I don't need 4 loaves of bread. But it was really cool. He heard that I was like trying to sell some, trying to make some sort of business out of it. And so he bought some for me, and it was really sweet. It's really nice to have that kind of support, you know, and have people in your life that want to encourage you to do this sort of thing. And then I love making sourdough. I haven't made a ton of like non-sourdough bread. Sourdough is kind of my main squeeze at the moment, but I've liked to bake since I was a little kid. I would always watch like the cooking and baking shows with my mom, and I always loved to bake. I used to be really good at making macarons. I have since lost that talent, but I used to be really good at making them. And I wish I could get that talent back. I mean, I just need to do it more, but they were pretty great. And yeah, so I always loved baking. And like I never really thought about it as like a career path. I don't know why. Like when I was little, I was like, I'll get a degree in science. And that was kind of the end of it. And it's just, I had that thought and it's just kind of what I did. So I have a degree in science. And I do enjoy it. I enjoyed school, like all that was great. But I never considered like going to some sort of like pastry school or like bakery school or like whatever there may be and like doing that sort of thing. I didn't think about that until recently, after I had already gotten my 4-year degree, unfortunately. So yeah, I mean, it's never too late to do anything like that, just a little tougher. And like I've looked into jobs at bakeries, but I don't know, it's just not really, wouldn't really fit right now. As I said earlier, I have my new job that I'm starting, which will be really nice. I'm very excited about that. And that will hopefully give me a lot more work-life balance to pursue my hobbies like crochet and baking and all of those things. Like I want to learn how to sew. And I think having this new job with much better work-life balance will really help with that. So that way, like, I come home and I still have energy to do things. I don't just couch rot. There's my bread timer. The tulips are done. The tulips are done! I'm so excited. If you couldn't tell, I'm very, very excited that the tulips are done. I made an extra tulip leaf because apparently I don't know how to count. Whatever, not a big deal. So the next flower on my list is the rose, which I'm kind of horrified to do if I'm being totally honest. The roses kind of scare me a little bit because they need multiple petals and the petals are big. It's not like 2 rounds like the tulip was. And like I need a lot of them. I need a lot of all the flowers. So those ones are gonna take a little while and that kind of scares me. So I mean, I have no option but to do them because I want to do them. I guess I just need to suck it up and get started on those. But yeah, tulips are done. I'm really happy. The lack of tension control on these things is kind of crazy. I mean, this yarn is like a little thinner than like the coral and the orange. Like this is still a weight 4. They're all weight 4. It's just like a little thinner. But this is the finished tulip. So yeah, very, very cute, very adorable, but like the size difference between this large petal and this large petal is outrageous. Whoops. It is what it is. I don't think any petals or any tulips, I don't think there's 2 tulips in any bouquet. So, I mean, we'll just hope that no one notices. Look at that. That is comical, actually. That's these orange ones and coral ones are going to eat the rest. So these are all the tulip colors that I'm doing. Let's see if I can make this work somehow. So these are all the tulip colors. I think they look very pretty. These are like the main colors of the wedding anyway. But yeah, these are like the main colors. All the flowers are like a combination of these plus a purple, a yellow, and a white. But yeah, tulips are done, tulips are done. And we'll pretend that they're all a similar enough size to where it's not embarrassing, okay? Yeah, that's probably where I'm gonna end this yeah, I think I'm gonna figure out what rose pattern I need and then maybe start making that. Wish me and my wrists luck, because my wrists be hurting. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I hope I see you for when I make the rest of them. Bye.